Dude, so I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave. You guys are my faves. And you called Warren Sapp. And Tom's idea, Tom's like, dude, called Warren Sapp.
Every episode
and I was
he
like,
goes, call Warren Sapp.
Show.
Yeah.
Warren's not going to answer. Warren answer, calls you Brett, whatever. It's Warren Sapp, Hall of Famer. And you guys convinced him to start a football podcast on Mondays during the football season.
Two Bears, One Sapp.
Two Bears, One Sapp, which I love. I was like, dude, I want fucking in, man. Because I don't have any, like, last time Callan was here, I'm talking sports. I'm like, he doesn't know any sport. There's nothing. It's just me yelling at him.
I don't know football the way Tom really knows football.
Me and Tom know football.
Yeah, you and Tom know football. I may not be the right guy for the podcast. Luckily,
you are.
Luckily, I know Warren Sapp.
Fuck yeah, you do. He was in, though.
Dude, he texted me this morning, and he's like, because he finally listened to the podcast, and it's Tom and I do our podcast as if we don't realize the people we're trashing are listening, right?
I know.
So like we trashed I think we trashed Dax Shepard once, just not in a bad way, but just like
fun.
Just having fun, busting balls.
And you don't think they're gonna hear it.
And then Dax Shepard sent me a fucking shirt for his podcast, and I was like, oh fuck,
shit.
I like Dax Shepard a lot.
He has a great podcast.
He's a great fucking podcast.
Yeah, Armchair Expert's great.
Dude, we did this thing this last podcast. We talked about meeting Jennifer Aniston. Did you see that?
No.
It's the hardest I've ever laughed. It's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life, without a doubt.
Why the fuck did it take you and Tom so long to do a podcast together? You guys are best friends.
You know,
I don't talent. I know you guys are doing your own thing, but it's like,
I don't know.
Did you and Burr get together before you and Tom?
So Burr and I were doing one because it's a real inside baseball, but
please,
it's there. There was. I don't know how much I can say about it, but Burr and I, there was an opportunity at All Things Comedy that I wasn't interested in, but I felt obligated as a member of All Things Comedy
because you
to participate in.
Things Are Burning, your show.
I do Something's Burning there, and there was a podcast opportunity that I didn't want. I'm trying to be safe, but didn't want Birdcast to be involved in. Birdcast,
that's your own thing.
It's my own thing, and it's doing its own thing. It's part of All Things Comedy, but as far as advertising wise, I'm very happy where I was at. But we had this really great opportunity, and I didn't want to end something working well. And so I said to Bill, I don't want to bring Birdcast over there, but I don't want to lose this opportunity. And he was like, I understand. Well, let's do one together. Let's just do one episode to maybe jumpstart things, see if we like it. We did one, and we had had a blast. I mean,
I didn't know you and Bill were that close.
I've known Bill for about 20 years, and I'm the biggest fan of Bill's. Like,
well, he's top three
easily. And by the way, and I got to tell you,
Chappelle, Bill, you know.
I'm gonna throw Segura in top 5. I mean, Segura for me.
Segura has the best special this year, I think.
Oh, and the fact that he didn't get nominated for a fucking Emmy
is fuck out of here, dude.
Asinine. I mean, look, all the Emmy nominations were fantastic.
I know he's our boy. I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Tom Segura's special, it fucking bangs.
It's bangs. He'll be doing arenas next year. But him and Bill, like I did one with Bill, and then as soon as I did one with Bill, I was like, Tom and I talked, and I was like, dude, we got to do a podcast. We've always talked about doing a podcast, and he was like, let's do one. And then so Bill and I did one, but we didn't release it for like 6 months, I think. Oh, wow. And so Tom and I started ours, and then ours started gaining traction, and All Things Comedy is like, you and Bill have a great chemistry. It's not even that we have a great chemistry. I think we really love you. Like, I love being with Bill, and Bill gets a kick out of me. And Bill's not the like easiest person to talk to for most people. Like obviously I've brought it up on our podcast, but like him and Theo is like the most notoriously awkward podcast, which I just go, that's Bill Burr. Like,
yeah, Bill's the only, I've been around some tough guys, man. Bill's the only guy where I watch my P's and Q's and I get quiet. Bill scares me. I think because I have so much respect for him, but he's also such a fucking killer, Like, I remember one time I wore a jumpsuit to the Comedy Store. I wore a jumpsuit. I didn't know Bill was going to show up. I wear a fucking jumpsuit like an asshole, and I was so excited about it. Finally comes, and I wear it, and we're in the green room, and everybody's there, and Rogan's there, and Rogan and D'Elia and Callan give me shit for him, like, oh, god damn, and they're just roasting me. And Bill walks in, I'm like, fuck my life, dude. Yeah. Fuck my life. And Bill looks at me, he makes fun of me, but then he sticks up for me. I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Well, that's the thing about Bill. And
this is when he walked in, I was so scared. I'm like, fuck.
This is my breakdown of Bill. And I know Bill won't see this, but I know if he did see this would bother him. But this is my breakdown of Bill. So many people respect Bill and call him top 3. Myself
Does
included.
he know that, you think?
Yeah, I think he knows it. I think he ignores it, and I think he thinks it's bullshit.
And
I think
that's why he's a GOAT.
That's why he's the best we got.
Yeah.
And so what happens is people try to predict how he's gonna react to be on his side, to jam with him and to groove with him. And he doesn't like that. Bill's a contrarian first and foremost. I will tell Bill things I know he said to me sometimes, and he'll just take the opposite side just for fucking fun. Just because that's the way his brain works. His brain is so fucking quick that it breaks things apart. And he's a fucking great guy to do a podcast with, because you just bring up a thing like, Bill, any time zone you could go to, any time period, any car. What car would you want to drive? Brand new car, but you go to that time period, and what song would you listen to? And all of a sudden his brain goes, oh, like I was talking to him the other day, and he was like, I go, all the people you'd want to meet, and he's like, oh, the people from the Fantastic, or the Furious 7, or some movie from the whatchamacallit, and just his brain is just different, and he's fun as fuck to talk to. And then
different, but Theo's the same way. For me, Theo's kind of where I can bring up a subject and I know it's just going to open up the fucking floodgates.
Yeah.
And then we're off to the races.
And with Tom, I sincerely knows me probably better than my wife. Like, he knows me so well that he knows me so well, and he knows how to make me laugh. Like, he's made me laugh harder than any human being. I swear to God, when we did this last week that's out right now, we talked about the possibility of meeting Jennifer Aniston.
You two did?
We did.
Why?
Because he told me some bullshit story about meeting Jennifer Aniston, and then
he met her.
Yeah, he told me he did, and then I got really involved in the story, and then
so someone else like uploaded it. I don't know if you want to play from this guy's clip.
I don't care. It just, if you play it,
Tom, don't flag our fucking podcast.
Don't
showing this.
I'll give you the breakdown of it, because it's so much better. Because this guy tells me this long-winded story about meeting Jennifer Aniston that I buy, and then he tells me it's a lie, and I go, oh fuck.
Afterwards,
and then I said, just so you know, in the future we should make a pact that, like, if we ever get to meet a famous person, like if they want to meet us, we bring the other person.
Great idea.
And right? And it's
Great
like
idea.
We help each other.
Let me in on the fun.
It's based off a movie premise that we're trying to sell, of us becoming best friends with Johnny Depp. So he says, great.
Stupid.
So we are dumb as fuck. So,
which I love.
So then I said to Tom, if we get a chance to meet Jennifer Aniston, where should we meet her? And he goes, well, probably at like one of our houses. I go, well, not at my house. We're not going to fit. And I go, we're not doing your house. I go, let's do her house. Yeah. And he's like, good call. And I go, should we bring our wives? He's like, fuck no.
No.
And I go, can she bring a dude? He goes, probably for safety. And then he immediately shifts, and he goes, maybe that's the wrong message to send out. And I laugh for 7. If you just go to 2 Bears, 1 Cave, 1 minute, I think 1 hour, 20 minutes in, if you go to 2 Bears, 1 Cave, it is, I swear to God, it's the hardest I've ever laughed. 1 hour, 20 minutes, 40 seconds.
I love that Tampa Bay had too.
That's a great, Tampa Bay sent that to me. You'll hear the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. Okay, keep going forward. Mm-hmm. Keep going forward. Scroll. You'll see my face wince up. Keep going.
Keep going?
No, that's how I cut off a skin tag. Keep going. Yeah, this isn't a political podcast, by the way. If you want science or anything intelligent, wrong podcast. Keep going. Way far. You'll see my face wince up. No, keep going way far. I was wrong on time.
Way off on time.
Keep going. There you go. Hit
it.
Okay.
So a little bit before that?
You're crying.
Yeah.
So if you want to have a couple of security people there.
And then you
You're dying.
But if you watch, just go back a titch, and if you watch Tom's delivery, this is what I love about him, because he doesn't. Do we just want to do like brunch with her? Yeah. Okay, watch this. Just watch Tom's delivery. Okay.
It's kind of like brunch? Presumptive to say we have to be at your house. You know what I mean? Like how about we just want to have lunch?
We're not coming to my fucking house. We can't fit all.
Well, I'm just saying though, you can't. Is meeting someone is meeting.
Just his delivery is what kills me.
It's got to be at her house or your house.
Okay.
Do we invite her to your house? No.
Sure.
No, we go to her house.
Okay. How about we say
we bring our wife?
Oh.
No.
Watch this. This is what kills me.
Good.
Can she bring a dude?
For safety. That's the wrong message. It's dangerous. You should protect yourself.
We're dangerous. I'm sweating, man.
Dude, I'm not even breathing.
You guys are ridiculous. For safety. Look at you.
Sounds good. We understand that you might feel threatened in our presence. So if you want to have a couple of security people, it's a good idea.
You guys are so silly, man.
Okay. There is 7 minutes of driving like this. So
It's you like this.
this is a message to everyone who wants to cancel comedy. Okay, this is
Who wants to cancel comedy?
Fucking everyone's going after everyone these days. Cancel. Fuck off. This is, if you don't like it, just don't watch. Okay, just tap out. Because we need this. I'm going to tell you a real quick story that is very poignant. And I'll probably tell this on Two Bears, One Cave next week. But, so if you're hearing it twice. So we put our dog down Sunday afternoon.
Fuck, the big dog?
Big dog. Big
Dude,
dog.
he was great. What happened?
She was fucking the greatest.
Yeah, the best. So friendly.
Blood clot in her heart due to an aggressive cancer, was bleeding out into her lungs and was losing air. It was
Wasn't
really,
that old of a dog? Look, young.
9 for a bull mastiff is old.
Okay.
And she had five knee surgeries, health problems.
Kids are messed up, right?
Oh, bro.
Your daughters are not doing well.
It was really, really, really tough. Daughters have a really...
Definitely bring home a puppy, but yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we already got a couple lined
You know
up.
what's going on.
And we're going to name them Priscilla 1 and 2. And I'm not a great parent. And so...
Plans enforced. All right.
So it's been rough, and especially like not everyone doesn't know how to, and no one has laughed. So last night we're at dinner, and Georgia says, "Hey, someone told me something about Jennifer Aniston today," and I went, one of her friends, and I went, "Oh yeah." She goes, "What is it?" And I said, "It's something from Two Bears, One Cave." Now, mind you, our family hasn't laughed yet, right? Like we're still mourning this dog.
How long it's been?
It's at least over 24 hours, so probably like.
Oh, heavy.
Like
heavy.
it's been
Heavy
real
in the
heavy
Kreischer house.
because you take a turn and where you'd see the dog laying on the couch, you see the imprint of a body, but you don't see the dog. And when you get up in the morning, you don't see the.
He's not wagging his tail.
It's dogs are so much in your life that you don't even know. Like it's.
This is why I don't want a dog.
Hey man,
I don't want to deal with this.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I would argue you shouldn't have kids either. Who wants all these fucking responsibility and all these things that cause vulnerability in your life? Like having children, having dogs, having all these things. When she left and there was a void in our house. I mean, it's just so heavy.
You're in the same house?
Same house. I'm getting out of it ASAP. Fuck that house. I'm done with it.
You have to, right?
I can't live in the house anymore. I just can't.
You guys gonna move with Tom?
No, we've talked about just fucking renting our house out and just getting out of it because it's like, but we're not. We're building a new house right now, and so we're
Same area,
and Pris was lucky enough to play in the yard of the new house because we have the house. So we have memories of Pris at the new house, and this old house is Pris's house. When we got the house, we bought Priscilla. She's there until like practically move out. It's her house. That's her house.
Yeah, you got to get out.
So we're sitting at dinner, and Georgia says, "What's this about Jennifer Aniston?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it's from Two Bears, One Cave." And she says, "Everyone says it's pretty funny." And I said, "Yes, it's funny." And so I go back to the man cave to work out, and I come back in and check, and the girls are in the bedroom, and they're watching it. They're watching the clip someone sent them.
Do they usually watch or no?
They watch Kool-Aid. I don't know if you heard about, I drink a gallon of Kool-Aid a day. And so that's a very funny clip too. And so Tom found out I drank a gallon of Kool-Aid every day.
You're so ridiculous.
so they watch Kool-Aid, and for whatever reason, them watching me and Tom laugh makes them laugh.
Yeah.
There's one thing where Tom talks about get fired where I spit a drink out of my mouth and I fall on the ground. There's a time when we did Fallon questions to each other. We interviewed because we weren't going to do Fallon because of the COVID. So we did Fallon questions.
Were you supposed to do Fallon?
No, I mean maybe, but we never did anything because there was no fucking.
You can't.
So, and one of the questions were, what are your 3 favorite dwarfs? Oh no, wait, what are your 3 of your favorite 7 dwarfs? But I thought he just meant name your 3 favorite dwarfs. So I was like Peter Dinklage, Wee Man, and Brad Williams.
And those are the only 3 I know.
Yeah, Tom's going like, what fucking answer is that? And he was like, sleepy, sneezy. And I was like, oh, I heard the question wrong. So whenever those clips happen, the girls their friends, the boys that watch our podcast that are like high school seniors or whatever, we'll send them to Georgia.
That's how
Georgia will watch them, yeah. So I come in, Isla's got a refrigerator in her room, and I go to get a soda out of it because that's the only place we can keep sodas. And Georgia and Isla are in their bedroom with Leanne watching that clip of Jennifer Aniston,
Dying.
and they're crying, laughing.
Oh,
and I took a second and I went, I'm very lucky that I have a job that if you're going through some bad shit, by the way, that's my job, right? So my
100%.
job isn't to tell
That's
you
why we do it.
Yeah, it isn't to tell you science. It isn't to tell you politics.
Nope.
It isn't to tell you anything. I can't talk about sports really. I wish I could. Like I literally was in the shower thinking about this today, and I was like you're lucky that you can talk legit about by the way, when I say shower, I was in my outdoor shower. I was you're lucky you have a few skill strengths. Like you can talk about MMA knowledgeably. You can be funny as fucking shit. Like you can do a couple different things. I can only do comedy. I can't talk about so I don't have a bunch of skill sets. However, that one skill set I got where I, for whatever reason, that I can be in the moment and be real and find funny things to be funny about. If you're going through some shit, like you lost a dog or your parents are in COVID or whatever,
You're the guy.
Whatever I can do is I can get you out of that. I can get your mind off it for 15 minutes. I can give you 15 minutes break. And for some people, and for my family last night, it was so important because last night, Leanne slept in bed with Isla because she didn't want to be in the bed because Pris usually sleeps with us.
Dang.
So she slept in bed with Isla. Georgia slept in her room, and they all woke up this morning, and there was a different energy in the house.
Oh,
and I went, I'm not saying it was because of that podcast.
Definitely
but
helped.
The fact that they were all on that side of the house,
Yeah.
and they all fucking hung out there, and I went out to the treadmill, worked out, came in, got in the pool, went to bed, did my own thing. I had radio at 6 a.m, so they wanted to be away from me. That's what is important about these fucking podcasts and stand-up comedy.
They're huge, dude.
And it's listen, by the way, I'm defending Hannah Gadsby on this shit. If you're getting upset about Hannah Gadsby.
What did she say?
And no, I'm just saying people want to take down Hannah Gadsby.
No, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
I liked her
If that's
last
not your
hour.
cup of tea.
Yeah.
But who gives a fuck?
And I'm saying that to our fans that go
100%.
fuck. What some there are meatheads listening that's going fuck Hannah Gadsby, dude. Just don't care.
It's not for you.
It's not for you.
But why do you care? Why do you care?
Yeah, that's my thing. Is
Me too. I don't understand it. If that's not your cup of tea, just just change the channel.
Tell you
Yeah.
this right now.
Yeah.
Watch your tone.
Okay. What's going to happen? What are you going to do? Use some of that boxing you've been doing?
Don't you fucking disrespect.